And hello, good morning. Welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the fabulous Arizona Center. Whew, okay. We've got such a creative episode today.
Oh my gosh, we're going to hang out with Tara.
Yeah, Tara, Lady T. Lady T's Creations.
Indeed.
Tons of jewelry, tons of art, and her story is actually really cool about how she...
Well, it was so funny. As she's talking, it's like she kept poking out.
Yeah.
So it was very funny how that was happening.
Yeah. So, you know what's funny too? I kept staring at her wedding ring. It was like super bling wedding ring.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see. I was too enamored with the glasses.
I was jealous. Well, the glasses were great too. Yeah. She bedazzled her own glasses, so that was impressive.
And her phone, I kept eyeing her phone case. I was like, if she walks away and leaves that, it might not be
She's like, I can customize phone cases too. I was like, I'm going to give all of my money to Lady T, I think, is what's going to happen.
Exactly.
We've also got Jackie here. Jackie is a stylist and works with people to really find who they are, kind of very, very authentically.
Right, and take them on a journey of finding out who they are.
Yeah, and Jackie, you'll see, Jackie's signature is purple, so she came full force purple today.
Indeed.
But she's such a blast. She's actually part of our Women's 360 group, and she's got great energy. People really
right. No, I mean, the moment she sat down, it was like going, hey!
Yeah. So
really good energy.
It's going to be super fun. We hope you check it out.
And welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the fabulous Arizona Center. Oh, I keep forgetting we're adding the jazz hands now.
I was doing jazz hands just because I was like, okay, I was like, I'm doing this too much, and now let's do a little.
We're switching it up.
Well, and it's like I've been watching a lot of stuff, and for some reason, I don't know, there's been a lot of dance in it. So.
Speaking of, sorry, that triggered my brain. I saw Forbidden Broadway for the first time.
Ah.
I didn't know it was clean. I thought it was going to be like dirty. It wasn't at all.
Oh no! No. I mean, it's not Dirty Disney.
No.
It's Forbidden Broadway, and the fact that they're making fun and lampooning like Broadway.
I know.
Gems and stars.
My favorite was Bernadette Peters. That was a really good one when they made fun of Bernadette Peters.
Oh, I love Bernadette.
I do too. But the girl who did was really, really looked and sounded like her with the wig. It was
nice.
It was really funny. Yeah. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, but it's not dirty at all.
No, it was not. I'm not saying I was disappointed. I just was like.
But I think for I would say because for Broadway folks, it's like some of the stuff they do is almost sacrilege because it's like, oh, Patti LuPone is a goddess.
Oh, I know. The only one there was, who was it? Was it Liza Minnelli? That bit went on for an hour, and I was just like, stop it. I'm done. I'm over it. I got it.
Like I said, I've skit that just has gone on far too long, and it's like, okay, needed to be edited. So.
And I loved my favorite musical that they made fun of, which I actually love. I don't feel like Les Mis is overplayed. I will see that every time that it comes here. I love Les Mis, but they made fun of Les Mis. But it was so clever because they made fun of the rotating thing.
Okay.
It was just really hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, that was a good time. But what I'm really excited about is it's officially fall because Pat told me, my husband, that it's not Halloween time until I bring home some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. And guess what I found at the bakery? Pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. It's time.
See, and I thought you were going to say, I saw the goats in Papago Park, because it's like when it starts cooling off, they start now climbing up on the rocks.
That's going to be his Why did you say that? Now that's going to be his new one.
No, because I just it's like, I was like, I was somewhere where it was like pumpkin pie spice store, where everything, candles, there were edible things. I don't know where it was, but I quickly left because I was like, no, I'm good.
Oh, see, I probably would have liked that. I don't like, we discussed, I don't like pumpkin spice lattes, but these pumpkin chocolate chip cookies are pretty delicious. They're amazing.
Now, are they made with pumpkin, or is it just the spice?
They're made with pumpkin.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I thought they were just like sugar cookies.
They're
with
not
spice.
pumpkin spice cookie. Like they're almost like a gingerbread. Like
okay.
But
Okay.
it's pumpkin.
Okay, no, that sounds
Yeah.
better than I thought you were meaning like the pumpkin latte.
No.
Is heavy on the spice, and same thing with the cookie.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. These are like legit pumpkin cookies. So.
Yeah, no, because I love cooking. I mean, when you did the little where you make take the little pumpkins and make soup in the pumpkin, and then you get to eat the soup, and then you get to eat the pumpkin.
No.
That's so much. It's so good.
Is that a Midwest thing?
No, I did that back in New York. It was like it's like I don't know. We did like a Thanksgiving thing, so that was.
That sounds fun. I would like to do that.
That was my thing.
Okay. Ooh.
And so.
That's a fun idea.
But it was like, yeah, you got your own little like individual bowl because it was a pumpkin.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have been, a couple folks have reached out and asked about a Halloween party. So we have not formally decided anything, but we're planting the seed. We'll discuss. But no, seriously, a couple people have reached out and
interesting.
and asked about a Halloween party. So something to think about.
Okay.
If you have ideas or stuff that you think would be cool, please share it. You can hit us up at onthemorningshow.com. Nope. That's half an email address. Hello at onthemorningshow.com.
Now you sound like me, and I'm like, see, that's why we need just a big banner up on the wall.
Okay,
So
I'll work on a banner.
So.
I'll create it in Canva.
See, exactly, right in Canva. No, when I used to work at the library in South Phoenix, one of my staff, her and her husband would come in. They would turn the program room into this haunted house, and it was the kids were just ecstatic.
Oh, Mike Ray, if you want to turn our studio into a haunted house instead of your house this year, I invite you. We got a lot of space.
How
cool would that be? He does a really good job.
He does.
I just don't understand how they live and then have the haunted, like, because it's like takes over their whole house.
Oh, right.
But anyway, okay. We'll table the Halloween stuff for right now. Sorry, I always get really excited. But time to introduce you to our fabulous guests, Jackie and Tara. Also, I know we say it a couple times, but I just want to point out Tara's stuff is all for sale. So anything that you see on the show, any of the necklaces, the art pieces,
it could be yours.
It could be yours. So don't be shy. Reach out, because she'll tell you she only makes one-of-a-kind things. So once it's gone, it's gone.
And welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
Fabulous Arizona Center.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You whacked me.
You whacked me.
I'm whacking you back. Okay, we'll stop fighting because we've got Tara here. Shh.
Hi.
We've got Tara with Lady T's Creations. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Amazing, because we've got this beautiful art surrounding us.
I mean, so much beautiful art and jewelry.
So clearly you are an artist who makes really beautiful things. But tell us a little bit about you, about what you do.
Well, I'm a nurse by profession, and I was an art major before I became a nurse. And by complete circumstance, because I messed up when I was in school and my mother refused to pay, so I ended up, in a textile mill in North Carolina in the 80s, but eventually became a CNA, became a nurse, and kind of put art to the side, and rediscovered it during lockdown. But as far as the jewelry goes, the jewelry I was doing way before then, like around 2013, because my friend Veronica Freeman, who's a singer of a band here, Benedictum, that was here. And hi V, hi Eric.
Hi V.
Hi Rickard. Anyway, I met Veronica after they performed opening for, have you ever heard of the band Y&T?
I haven't.
Yep, they opened up for Y&T here in Phoenix because Mike Gaube had a Headbangers show, anniversary show. And I met her afterwards, and she noticed this custom feather thing I had in my hair. And she complimented it, and I gave it to her. And then we became friends online, and then she started having me commission stuff for her.
Okay.
That, she said, well, I've got this stuff. Can you do something with it and send it to me? I'm like, sure, right?
Yeah.
So I just kind of did that. And then eventually she was like, you really need to start a business. And I'm like, yeah, right, okay. And she was like, no, you really do. So then when she had a solo record away from Benedictum, she got the guy who designed her album cover to design me a logo, 2 of them for my business. So then she's like, you got a logo, you got to start a business. So I eventually just took the plunge officially in 2019 because I used to have people buy earrings I made out of my ears. They're like,
that's a pretty big sign. You should be selling those, yeah.
Yeah, so I eventually just kind of caved and started officially in 2019 and been doing things ever since.
Well, congratulations. That's and how cool to have someone so supportive in your life that was kind of encouraging you to do this.
Well,
yeah.
I've had people all my life encouraging me, like my mom, Sylvia. She was the one, because I grew up in New York City, and I went to the High School of Art and Design for a year, and you had to submit a portfolio and take a test. And I was one of 500 kids that was accepted, and they had 2,000 kids, and I was one of 5.
Wow.
And but I kind of put art to the side. But my mother's very happy to see that all the money she spent for paints, pens, paper, all that didn't go to waste. So I'm utilizing that now.
Yeah. So do you want to kind of walk us through some of your pieces and your creative process and how you make what you make?
Well, I use guitar string
Okay.
as the basis for my necklaces. And that came at a recommendation of my husband, Rush. He's a luthier, and he was the longtime luthier at Buchanan Music for like 8 years. And he heard me complaining because what I was using originally for necklaces kept breaking. And he was like, have you thought about guitar string? And I'm like, no. So he had some old strings, and he was like, try this. And I've been using them ever since because they're stainless steel. That you have to really punish them in order to make it misshapen. But as far as my process, I originally just would think of an idea and I would just go to Michael's and get it, or I would go to, I think the name of it is Rainwater Beads. That's at 43rd and Cactus. And there was one place in Tempe I used to go to. But my old supervisor, remember, nurse, I used to work at Lewis Prison back in 2006, 2008. And I didn't know that my supervisor, Jan Lockhart, she was a jewelry maker. I didn't know that. So then she's seeing what I'm doing on Facebook and everything, and then she decided, she's not doing it anymore because of her hands. So she boxed up all her findings, all her stones, all her tools, and had her ex-husband deliver them here to me in Phoenix.
Wow.
And I knew him because he was the doctor I was assigned to on the
my
yard.
gosh.
So it was
world after
all. So he didn't mind doing that, and plus it was a way that we were able to catch up. So I had a bunch of findings, a bunch of stuff. I'm still going through stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of, if I see something or I have an idea or a color idea, I can do things like if somebody say, hey, do you have something in this? Because I don't make duplicates.
Right.
So what you see is it, and
It's
I
all
won't,
one of a kind.
and I won't duplicate it. In some instances, I can't.
Right.
You might see similar beads, but the design will be completely original. Like if somebody said, "Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Where did you get it?" And you could say, "Oh, I got it from Lady T's Creations." "Oh, can I get that?" She was like, "No, but I can make you something similar."
Right.
That use the same stones, but the design would be different.
Yeah.
Because like I had one person who commissioned a pair of earrings, bracelet earring set for her aunt and her grandmother, and she wanted them to have the exact thing. So I made the earrings exact, but I beaded the bracelets differently using the same stone, just so that it didn't wreck my brain from going against my ethos.
Yeah.
Right.
And as far as art goes, I want art to be accessible to everybody. I don't want it where you have to be in a certain income bracket in order to be able to afford art. So it's like if you've gone to a museum, you fell in love with a piece, but you find out you can't even afford the print.
Right.
So I've sold paintings that I've had valued like over $100 to $10 because there was a little kid that it connected with.
Oh, that's so
you know, or, you know, their mom said, oh, they're an artist, and that they'll turn around and start asking me questions about technique and stuff like that. So, you know, but I'm always trying to learn, evolve. And, you know, as far as support, I've had support from the We Build organization, the Arizona Microgrant Initiative that's going on through ASU.
Awesome.
I'm in a thing now with the Better Business Bureau that, you know, once I get through to the end, you know, I get a grant.
Okay.
So it's a lot of moving pieces. I've had people who have consistently, as soon as I post something, they're like, mine. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, and I turn around and I ship it to them. So I've just been fortunate in that way.
That's incredible. And she let us know that everything that you're seeing today, it's for sale.
And there's more.
And yeah.
Yep, and there's more.
And you are right now doing most of your sales through Instagram, correct?
Yes, right now I'm doing most of my sales through Instagram. I'm in the process of trying to get a website built, but it's kind of tedious. And I have a day job. You know, so nurse.
The whole nurse thing. Yeah.
The whole nurse thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gets in the way. Shout out to Surprise Health and Rehab, who is they've been supportive as well. Nikki, the scheduler, tries to work with me, but I don't really get to vend on Saturday, so I'm doing a lot of stuff on Sundays.
Okay.
So they're, you know, like Sam's Stop and Shop, they're having the Phoenix Food Festival. I'm one of the vendors that's going to be at that festival. You know, 808 Social is having something in October in Peoria. I'm vending there. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see where I'm going to be.
Okay.
And
what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is Lady TS Creations because they don't allow apostrophes. And you can also find me the same thing on Facebook as well. And I always have photos posted of what I make. And if you see something, screenshot it, send me a DM, and then we'll work out how we get it. And if you're local, I'll deliver, or we can meet up, or I will put it in the mail.
See, it's that easy. There's no reason not to. Yeah.
And you could be wearing a work of art or have some art.
That's absolutely correct. And I will say, we can talk about it after we're done filming, but we are starting kind of our own little gallery space and marketplace, and I'd love to buy a piece from you if we can afford it.
Oh no, it's like the most expensive painting that I have that I've sold so far is like $450.
Okay.
And so and it's usually like huge.
Yeah.
So because as I said, I want art to be accessible.
Awesome.
So I'm, you know, focusing on my jewelry, but I do take commission work. So if somebody wants a painting for a space and they want something in particular, you know, do that. And eventually I hope to paint custom tiles. So like if a designer wants me to do painted tiles for their client's home or something like that, eventually I'm going to get into that.
That's amazing.
Very cool.
Well, Tara, it has been so incredible to see your work, and we hope that you will get lots of sales and people will be very, very interested in supporting you even further than the incredible support you've already gotten. So make sure to check her out on Instagram. It is, say it one more time.
Lady TS Creations, and it's a white and black logo with the feather.
All right, and we'll also be tagging her and sharing some stuff later after the episode goes live, so keep it right here. We've got more cool things coming your way, so keep it on the morning show.
And welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And surprise, Marshall, I have another Women 360 sister here to hang out with
I'm
us.
shocked.
I know. This is Jackie Wheeler. Hi.
Hi.
So I went to my first Women 360 event, and you were like the first person that stood out to me. Like when I saw you at the Mixer event, it was like, that woman.
Her.
Yeah.
Thank you. That says a lot.
Yeah, and for a good reason.
For a very good reason, yes.
So Jackie, share a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. I own JackieStyle Image and Branding Agency, and I help women in the spotlight shine, basically, but show up in their most authentic way. really focusing on their signature style, image, and brand.
Yeah. So clearly purple is a signature for you.
That is correct. How did you figure that out?
I'm a smart cookie. Yeah. You know, I think, so here's what I want to ask you.
Yes.
Like, when people maybe don't have a signature thing or something that they feel like they resonate with, but they want that, how do you work with them to find maybe what that look and feel is for them?
Yep, we do a lot of questions, a lot of digging deep. I really do. My initial consultation is just really sitting down with them and finding out what they're scientifically what they are, like our best colors, body type, fashion personality. That really helps, like the beginning of the process. And then we really do a deep dive into, what do you want your message to be? How do you want to show up? What are those words? And then I usually try to find what the 3 words are and what their visual image of what that looks like versus what my visual image of what that looks like is. Because what you think confident looks like does not necessarily mean, it's probably the same, but does not necessarily mean the same thing as what I visually think is confident.
Yeah.
So we really look into that.
So I think, not to make this about me, but I'm going to make it about me. So I think what's been interesting for me as I get older, I think I've talked to you about this. It's like my body has changed a lot. My look has changed a lot. And I don't know how to dress myself really anymore. Like when I go shopping, the things that I see that I would have liked in my 20s, I'll still be I'll gravitate
Attracted
to
to
those.
it, yeah.
But then when I put it on, I'm like, oh God, you know? And so my husband actually has become a really good ally in dressing me, because he'll go to stores and he'll pick out things and I'm like, ew, no. And then I'll try them on and I'm like, oh wow, that looks really good. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You know, like, and I'm just curious if that's something that you see with other women. Like, you know, is it just, we stick to what we grew up with? Like, what's happening?
There's so much to unpack under that. I was working with a client who kind of had the same situation, right? She knew what her body type was. She really knew who she was before she had children.
Yeah.
And then she had children and her whole life changed. Like when you have children, your whole life changes. And so her whole closet was either half of what she used to do or super, super mommy, right? She had lost her identity. And so we really looked at that and we're like, how do we blend that? Like for her specifically, she really needed a place where she could have her own identity and still be a mom and still be a businesswoman and still be a wife. And we really looked into that. So it's a lot of self-discovery. It's a lot of ahas. And when she and I went shopping, she wanted to go to all our old haunts. And I'm like, I'm gonna let's go in and you try them on. And then I'm gonna take you to some places where I think that you'll resonate more.
Okay.
And it's, so I allow us journey of discovery with me, because sometimes that's scary to do by yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a sweet husband that's willing to like pull clothes and do those kind of things, or if he's like, I know what I would like to see for you, but if you're not ready, having that safe place is always nice.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting. I never even thought, I mean, I've never really hired like a stylist or someone who does what you do. I never thought about having someone go shopping with me other than my husband, but like, wow, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? So, you know, talk to me a little bit maybe about your differentiators. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of people who do what you do. We've talked to a couple of them recently.
Yes.
What kind of, you know, what's your recipe? Why do people come to you to kind of have you do this service?
Okay. Well, one, I've been doing it for over 30 years.
That's a long time.
I am that girl. Yes. I started when I was in college.
Okay.
And so my degree is actually in fashion and I have a minor in marketing. Okay. So that's where I come in with that brand piece, that where I really noticed in the last 10 years how important that signature, like there is something there, but that really came together in the last 10 years of people really needing to figure out what their signature, their voice, their message was. So that's where my part of it is my background and how long have I've been in the industry. And I think that I don't know, I'm one of those people that it's one of these things don't look like the other, one of these things don't belong. So I am not necessarily that girl that's like, she's she's obvious, right?
Yeah.
I'm not as obvious, I feel like. And I love that because I am absolutely built on my signature and my branding, so that I'm not trying to put my stamp on you. I don't go, JackieStyle, boom, right? I'm putting who you before. I take all of my wisdom, all the things that I have, all my experience, and I bring them to you. And then I allow you to have that journey that I get to take with you, so that you can have that opportunity to discover even more and more each and every day about yourself.
Well, and I think that's an important piece, is realizing that it's a journey.
It is a journey.
And that you really don't go on a journey all by yourself, that people help you along the way as well.
Yes.
And so I think that's an important piece.
Yes. And I love being a part of that journey. And not just like one time, not just like one time closet, one time in the closet or shopping. I love being a part of that journey ongoing. So as your life is changing and evolving, and you feel like your images may be changing and evolving, I'm there to help you along that way all the time.
So you said something that piqued my interest. You said kind of recently in the last several years or so, you've noticed the need for people having a signature kind of look really sort of rise. Why do you think that is? What do you think is cultivating that importance?
I think for a long time in the 80s and 90s and corporately, there was a very much you had to look a certain way, and it was very cookie cutter. And I think in the last few years, women were trying to break out of that, but it was a struggle.
Yeah.
And so in the last 10 or so years, they're like, okay, I've broken out of it, but now what do I do with it? Like, I have all of these beautiful options. I have all of these things. Now I could be a cookie cutter and it was easy, but now I need to like figure out who I am without being a cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, like when I observe and look at things, right, I see there was like a really big movement where a lot of, especially young women, wanted to look very Kardashian.
Right.
You know, and so I'd like be driving somewhere and I'd see like girls all wearing like the ripped jeans and the black tank tops, and they'd have the, you know, straight iron Kim hair. And I'd be like, wow, I can't tell you apart, you know? And then peasant kind of tops and things came back in. And I never really done that. Like I've never just sort of bought in fully to a thing.
A specific,
Yeah, and so I'm curious, like, do you have clients that come to you that kind of just evolve with the most recent trends, and so picking a signature look becomes almost a challenge for them, or are they usually pretty kind of open from the get-go?
Oh, that's a good question. Usually anyone that wants a specific trended look, whatever is trending, whoever is popular, is not, they've already feel like they have their signature within that trend, right?
Yeah.
So usually anyone that comes to me is in that moment of, I don't want to be, I appreciate the trends, I appreciate what's happening in the trends, and I'll take one or two, but I really want to be the most authentic me as possible.
Yeah.
And that's where they're coming from, and it's not necessarily even about a color, it's not even about it's a lot about a feeling and a lot about how they're showing up in that messaging. So I happen to choose a color as part of my signature, but there's other people that just want that feeling of, I want the feeling of approachability, I want that feeling of, and that can look different.
I've been playing with this a lot because I've been thinking about my own personal branding. That's not something I ever thought about for myself until very recently.
I saw that on your stuff.
And I think about Marshall all the time, right? Because it's like you have your glasses as one kind of signature
this is very
look.
much a brand.
I was going to say,
And then
you
the
have
bold
a
print.
signature.
Yeah.
do
Absolutely.
indeed, yes.
And that's where I'm like feel like I don't know what to do. like because I feel like I don't have just like a thing that I repeat on a daily basis that's consistent enough, but I also don't, like, that doesn't just feel organic to me either. Like, I don't know that I would feel good doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
And that very well could be your signature, that you are not going to sit in the, I'm going to do what everybody else is doing.
but then people don't recognize me. I'm 4'10". I'm like
Stop
a little
it.
Italian,
How-
and people are
what?
like, I don't remember meeting you. If I had a branded look
I
like commercial.
absolutely remember meeting you. Oh my gosh, she had this beautiful hot pink jacket on. Her hair was in this gray
Thank you.
bun.
See, thank
yes,
you.
I totally, yes.
Well, see, and it's so funny. It's like for Halloween, like sometimes I've dressed like in all black.
I know.
And people are going, oh, you look so good. You must do that all the time. I'm like, oh God, I feel so uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
I feel so monochrome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even, these clothes are wearing me. I'm not wearing them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about like, do I just do a signature like lip color, like a bold, I keep trying to just pick something small, to kind of experiment
play with.
Yeah, but so it's what?
Mall bangs. Bring them back.
What's a mall bang?
Mall bangs.
What is that?
It's
So
the
basically
80s mall.
It's the 80s, where basically your hair is just like, but then your bangs stand straight up.
No. Can I just, as a professional, just
No.
tell you no?
Do not
I'm
listen to
so-
this human being.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't laugh.
How do you get them to do that?
Oh,
Even?
lots of hairspray.
Oh.
Hairspray and egg whites and
Egg whites.
girl,
Elmer's glue.
whatever else we used in the 80s to do
Yeah.
all kinds of crazy things with our hair.
That sounds intense. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway. I may have just given away my age, but anyway.
No, this is fun. It feels like it would be a fun job to do what you do. Do you have fun doing this?
I have a ton of fun. There's a lot of laughter in the fitting room, and a lot of laughter in the closet, and there's a lot of deep thinking too that goes on, which I love as well. And that's a part of like my whole thing is like know, like, and trust. Like you need to know, like, and trust me so we can laugh and cry in your closet.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jackie, why don't you share with folks where they can find more information about you, work with you, and hopefully engage in some fun and tears and good discoveries with
all
you.
the things.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jackie Wheeler at theJackieStyle.com. And you can find me on Instagram, which is probably the best place, is at JackieStyle. Looking forward to meeting all of you.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much to Jackie. You've been such a delight already on this show. I can see where it would be a blast to work with you. Please keep it right here. We've got more awesome stuff coming your way, so keep it tuned to the morning show.